Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. Got some breaking news for you, including some Epstein flight log list names, about 75 or 100 people. Some of them you might know, a few politicians, and a whole lot of celebrities. And of course, some of the names that are not on there, we already know, like Bill Gates. Their ass is fixing to be on the hot seat behind this. As a matter of fact, several politicians today are worried shitless because Kash Patel is now in there. One of the first things he's going to do is look at expenditures of these politicians that are somehow worth 20, 50, $100 million, and there's no way they made that much money working in Congress. So that is on the chopping block. We've got 3 Democrat senators right now that are being looked into as far as the word on Twitter. I'm not going to play that video because I have got no confirmation of that other than nobody has fact checked it to be a lie. But it's out there. The word is out there that somebody has leaked the fact that Kash Patel is already looking into all these senators and representatives that got too much money. And I'm ready for that. That is the good stuff. Now, me being about 50, 52 years old, I watched the Three Stooges a lot when I was a kid. That was good TV. Wake up in the morning before you get ready to go to school, eat your bowl of cereal, and watch some Three Stooges. Slapstick comedy at its best. Now, this is just a little short clip of what my impression of our government's been doing to us for 20 years between the government, deep state, organizations like you said, and countries like Ukraine, where the money just seems to be on a turnstile, coming right back to the politician's pocket. We'll get started with that. Like I said, I got a couple of funny ones on here for you, but we do got some good news, including some name drops. Here we go.
Speaking of money, how about the $20 you owe me?
Oh, yeah? Well, I only got 10, so here's 10 and I owe you 10.
Thanks.
Hey, Mo, you owe me 20.
Well, here's 10 and I'll owe you 10.
You owe me 20.
Here's 10, I owe you 10.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Here's the 10 I owe you.
Good, now we're all even.
I'd ask me for advice, but if I did, I'd tell them, look, you just got to ask me for advice, but if I did, I'd tell them, look, you just got to try harder not to suck. I mean,
That's the Democrats for you. Try harder not to suck. Just some sound advice from John Kennedy as well. Got lots of things to get to today, folks. Most of it we'll go through pretty quick. Says breaking news: President Trump tells U.S. governors for safety, security, and for the good of our nation, you should move to paper ballot. Let's watch that video. We're going to do away with the voting machines one way or another. Now it's up to the states, but Trump is probably going to find a way to make it possible that we don't have to use these stupid machines anymore because nobody likes them. Maybe the Democrats do, but for the most part, the voters do not trust the machines.
One other thing, I just before we leave, I think you should do this. I mean, for my safety and security and for the good of our nation, you should do it anyway, regardless, even if it costs 10 times more. But it actually costs you just a tiny fraction. If you went to paper ballots and you're voting, and I would hope that every Republican would, so it costs exactly 8% of what the machines cost. These machines, they got
Wow.
something going. They get business. It's amazing. So paper ballots, and paper is very sophisticated today. It's called watermark. It's impossible to copy, impossible to cheat. It's actually hard to believe that a piece of paper is highly sophisticated, but it's watermark, and it's it's amazing actually when you see it. You can't cheat. But if you went to paper ballots and same-day voting, and if you went to voter ID, and also one other thing, you want a proof of citizenship. Those 4 things: proof of citizenship, voter ID, paper ballots, one-day voting. And if you went to 2-day voting or 3-day voting, but some of these states you had 64 days. You know, California just finished up just a short while ago. They were voting a week and a half ago. They're trying to finish them up. And other states too. They were weeks after the election. I mean, if that were a close election, you'd have to wait for weeks and weeks and weeks. You got finished fast, Brian. Thank you for your help. We did very well in Georgia. That was very nice. But some of these states, if you had a close election, you wouldn't know who won. And then, once that happens, then you really never know who won.
We're gonna get rid of the machines, folks. He's putting it out there now. It is on the list. We're gonna get the Republican governors to agree to it, Republican secretaries of states to agree to it, and then we're going to fight the Democrats to do it. Hopefully, with some legislation, and hopefully Trump will get this voter ID bill pushed through as part of his reconciliation package um, coming in the next couple of months. I believe that's the way it's going to go down. We're going to get our actual real voting rights bill. It'll be great. Now, Zelensky has lied to a couple of our diplomats that went over there about the discussion of his minerals underneath the soil. Trump says you owe us 300 and something $billion at least. The rest of the other nations that were helping with the war effort have only put in about $100 billion, and they got a loan payment set up guaranteed with Zelensky. We got nothing out of the deal. Biden was obviously stealing half the money. Zelensky said he only received a portion of the money. Well, Zelensky says, no, you're not getting my mineral rights, and no, you can't negotiate without me, Putin and Trump, per se. And they did. Well, now the war is on its way out. It's almost over, and Zelensky's trying to figure out what he's going to be able to get out of the deal because we don't want to pay his bills anymore. And truth be known, uh, as of today, Zelensky not just lied to us, but recanted on it, and is now being forced to sign over the mineral rights to the U.S. of Ukraine's um natural gases, lithium mines, all the things that Russia is fighting over, not just land. But we're going to get a half a trillion, $500 billion worth of merchandise out of the ground over there for us to ensure any more payments to Ukraine, if any more payments go to Ukraine or not. But part of this whole provision is Zelensky has to be voted in a regular election, and he's never going to go for that because he doesn't have the popularity of his people, the few that are left there alive, to sustain power. And so Zelensky's probably going to be kicked out in the end. They're going to put in somebody, they're going to run somebody else that can get along with Putin and the United States. Zelensky's going to be out on his head with his yachts and his condominiums and all the things he's bought with our money. But truth be known, as of today, he has agreed to sign over mineral rights as compensation for all the military aid that we have given him up to this point. Glad to hear it. Now that he signed off on it, we're coming to take it. Just keeps getting better. President Trump is selling the Nancy Pelosi Federal Building in San Francisco. Don't need it. Feds in San Francisco don't do their job anyway. I'm glad to hear it. Now, this here is a clip from Charlie Kirk. Sometimes I hear something and it moves me so much I want to share it with everybody. This is that clip for today. All right, folks, let me make sure I got my. All right, we're good.
For as long as we've been doing this show, let's get just the still image of Trump and Elon up. We have been talking about we need better elites. You see, we reject the Marxist premise that we're going to get rid of all of our elites. It's not going to happen. Because of the Pareto principle and the laws of nature authored by nature's God, God Almighty, there will be people that end up at the top of your society.
Yep.
There will be people that end up with a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of influence. They just have more talent. The swan song of egalitarianism is just that. It's a lie. What you're looking right there is a combo package that may never happen again. It's lightning in a bottle. It is grace from the heavens. The world's richest man with the world's most powerful man combining forces to deconstruct the administrative state, to restore us back to a constitutional intent, to secure our border, to restrain the globalists, to fight the woke mind virus. You have private citizen Musk and President Trump. It is a whole new wrinkle in Trump 2.0 that none of us saw coming even a year ago. There were some whispers that Musk might donate. Musk did the Twitter and the X thing. And Elon has gone all in to be a phenomenally loyal friend and fighter for President Trump. On top of that, Elon Musk tweeted in favor of J.D. Vance, saying that J.D. Vance has been an excellent vice president and that he hopes he'll become the 48th president, preemptively endorsing J.D. Vance for 2028, of which I happen to agree. What we are seeing potentially, again, I don't want to get too ahead of my skis, but if we do our job, we could be entering a Pax Americana.
Yes.
We could be entering a sequence of leaders, democratically elected, within our constitutional republic system, that is not just a 4-year reign or an 8-year reign. We're talking about the opportunity. Again, this is why we must stay humble and hungry. The two things every single day. Stay humble and hungry. What is the opposition doing? What is the grassroots doing? Can't forget why we're here. Fulfill the mandate. Understand that not every day is going to be good. There'll be ups and downs. There'll be ebbs and flows. There'll be whacks and wanes. But we have an opportunity with this combo. World's richest man, President Donald J. Trump, to do something that we never could have dreamed. But there's no guarantees. It could get derailed in one day. We could make one bad decision, just like Nixon taping himself, Watergate. Nixon was one of the most popular presidents ever until the intel agency took him out. We must stay on our toes. Understand the intel agencies are going to do everything they possibly can to asymmetrically take out President Donald Trump. That is going to continue. That's why we must stay humble.
Yes.
But just that image. The most powerful person on the planet with the richest person on the planet. Elon Musk is so wealthy, he could buy Spain. Not an exaggeration. He could literally buy Spain and not even think about it. It's like a rounding error for him. He could just buy countries. And what he is deciding to do with his wealth, which you're always going to have wealthy people, is the opposite of what our elites have done the last 30 years. Soros used his money to destroy the country.
Yeah.
We've had elites that have used their money to incinerate the republic. He's using his time and his treasure to revitalize it. The team of all-stars that President Trump has assembled is historic and second to none. What President Trump has put together from Scott Bessent, Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, but of course the top is the vice president. He's doing an extraordinary job. And J.D. Vance, friend of the program, friend of ours here, understands.
Enough of Charlie Kirk, but I just want to let y'all know, folks, he is absolutely right. Trump has built the best team we could ever imagine. Elon Musk has built the best, smartest team you could ever imagine for those. We have the best border czar that you could ever hope for. We have the best attorney general and best FBI director you could hope for. We got all of Trump's picks in, with the exception of Matt Gaetz. It's the only one that did not make it. Other than that, we're golden. All these people are headhunters. They're going to go do their job on day one. They're going to close the border. They're going to deport the illegals. They're going to slow down crime. They're going to stop the fentanyl from coming in this country at our ports of entry. They're going to arrest the criminals. They're going to prosecute the politicians and the crooks that have been robbing our country blind for too long. And that is just starting, folks. It is coming. I cannot wait. It may take a little while for the prosecution phase to start happening for some of these folks, but I guarantee you it won't be long. And a lot of people in the political sphere, in the deep state, will not only be getting fired, but they'll be getting indictments for criminal activity, including bribery. That'll be the easiest one to hang on a lot of these. And a lot of these people can be charged as foreign agents as well if they're taking money from overseas that they boomeranged out of the country, which we're going to prove pretty much as soon as they get on the case, because it's obvious that people like Nancy Pelosi, worth $100 million, she's either been making money through Congress under the table or insider trading or both. Either way, it's still illegal. And I'm glad that that question is being asked today. Who's going to jail? And more than I would want the $5,000, to be honest with you folks, maybe this is just my vindictive nature. More than I want the $5,000, I want them to fix the deficit and lock these people up that destroyed our country and try to destroy our deficit. Folks, like these people in this video clip right here. All right, folks, this is a good one. And I'm going to get a copyright issue behind this, but I don't care. We're going to do it anyway. Great song, folks. Let me scroll down a little bit. Too good. Here we go.
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere.
We're fixing to get to that looking out for minor situation. This Epstein list dropping, folks, and that is coming up directly. Hope you stuck around this long. We got some names to drop coming to you shortly. And I'm so glad these lists are coming out. Now, Bill Gates wasn't on the list. I didn't see that. He probably flew his own plane back and forth to the Epstein Island. But this here is one of the many lists that come out. The first year of Trump administrations can go down into the history books of people who visited Epstein Island. Never thought in a million years they're fixing to all be ousted. Here we go. Let's go through a list of just a handful, mostly people in Hollywood. John Legend, Steven Spielberg, Madonna, Chrissy Teigen, Tom Hanks, Kate Hudson, Jim Carrey, Stephen Colbert, Gwen Stefani, Steven Tyler. Oh no, not Steven Tyler. Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Garamucci, Stephanie Garamucci, Ben Affleck, Barack Obama. There's one. Will Smith, Stephen Collins, Kevin Spacey. Of course, we knew he was on there. Anderson Cooper, Will Ferrell, Kathy Griffin, Demi Moore, Charlie Sheen, Oprah Winfrey, Brian Affleck, Will Smith, Beyonce, and Meryl Streep. You notice what all of these people have in common? You notice there's a pattern here? They're all, with the exception of a few, Hollywood lefties that hate Trump. I wonder if they hate Trump because they're worried about their friend Jeffrey Epstein, Giselle Maxwell, whatever her name is, worried about what she might say, what might come out with Kash Patel in charge of the FBI. I think they're worried today about being called out for being a pedo. And that's as far as I'll go with it here on YouTube. Now, here is another list, and I will read you off some of the other names on this current list that is going around. If you can't see it here, just ones that I recognize. Al Gore, Alan Dershowitz. He was on the plane. Now, he has explained himself several times over. He said him and his wife flew on Epstein's plane, but it was not to go to the island. So these are just flight logs. But the ones that are in little square boxes, these are people that were on the flight logs and been to the island. I believe that's the way it's working here. So we got Al Gore, Alec Baldwin, Anderson Cooper, news guy, CNN news guy Anderson Cooper, Anthony Weiner, worked for Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, Ben Affleck, Beyonce Knowles, Bill Clinton, Cher, Christy Teigen, Chris Tucker. Hate to see that. Courtney Cox, Courtney Love, Demi Moore, David Koch from the Koch brothers, David Spade, Ed Buck, Ghislaine Maxwell, George Clooney, of course, Ellen DeGeneres. So many on here, folks. Now, there's a couple of Epsteins on here. I'm assuming they're family to Jeffrey Epstein, Paula Epstein, and another, I think, John Epstein. We're going to go through them, though. Here we go, folks. Gwen Stefani, the singer. Gwendolyn Beck. I don't know who that is. Let's see here. Hillary Clinton. Everybody knows that one. What was she doing over there? Hanging out with Bill and those children? That's what I'm guessing. She's probably as sick as the rest of them. All right, let's go right on down the line. Some more names we know. Jim Carrey, Joe Biden, of course. John Cusack, the actor, John Legend, I said that one earlier, John Podesta, Joy Behar, John Travolta. Now, John Travolta's been on the plane but hadn't been to the island. I want to specify that as far as we know so far. Justin Trudeau, of course, he's there. Uh, Kate Hudson, Kathy Griffin, that's the one that held the decapitated head of Trump, real Trump hater. Katy Perry, we all know who that is. Kevin Spacey, said that one already. Kristen Gillibrand, Lady Gaga, a few more here. Of course, we got Rachel Madcow, Quentin Tarantino, Prince Andrew, and Prince Charles. Like I said, Bill Gates is not on the list, and there's several more that I can think of that aren't on the list. So this is just a partial list at this point. Uh, let's see here. Orlando Bloom, the guy that was in Lord of the Rings. Oprah Winfrey, of course. She probably hangs out there still today. Who knows? Miley Cyrus, Naomi Campbell. Now, some of these people may have went there to be entertainment. I don't know, and I depends on what kind of entertainment you're talking about. Maybe some of them went there to maybe perform for all the freaks that were hanging out on the island. Who knows? Some of these people maybe they were there for their own adventure. I said Meryl Streep, Marshall Mathers, musician. Mark Epstein, that's the other Epstein. I wonder who he is. Maybe somebody wants to look into Mark Epstein and Paula Epstein and see what their relation is. Rihanna was there, and she was at the Diddy parties too. I wonder how many of these people they can cross reference that were at Epstein Island on his planes and hung out at Diddy parties. If you are a list on all three of these lists, your ass is probably one of those sickos. Just saying. Rob Reiner, that's an old meathead that hates Trump. Robert De Niro, another meathead that hates Trump. Robert Downey Jr., another meathead that hates Trump. Seeing a pattern here, folks? Sarah Silverman hates Trump. Seth Green, a comedian, never was funny. I don't know how he got a job. Sophie Trudeau, I guess that's uh, Trudeau's wife. I don't know what she is, but we're going to call her wife just for pronouns' sake. And like I said, Tom Hanks, I said that one. And like I said, Whoopi Goldberg. And this is a revised, limited, what we know so far, list of people that were on his planes and some of them on the island. It's just getting started, folks. I cannot wait to see these people catch, explain your. I can't wait till they get subpoenas to have to come explain themselves or get indicted behind these charges of these cases that they built before they went and knocked on these people's door and said, "You're coming with me." I am so ready for this to happen. Hope I got the right clip in place. Oh no. We'll go on down with this one instead. Now this here I thought was great. Bill Gates is finished. The truth is coming out.
That Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why is it that the Senate, and good for that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress?
Bill Gates is sweating it right now over trying to stop the Epstein list, and he doesn't have it. Congress doesn't have any power to stop it. It's not their job to stop it at this point. It's in Pam Bondi's lap. Too late, dude. I can hear their knees knocking now. Kash Patel has ordered investigations into 13 congressional Democrats for inciting violence against President Trump. It's a good start. I'm ready for that too. Let's get these folks on everything we can. The Democrat Party may have to find some new blood by the time we get done arresting enough of them to prove they're criminals. Same could probably be said for the Republicans as well. We've got a lot of squishy took the money Republicans. This here is my second favorite meme of the day. Too good. I can't wait, folks. I'm going to get my popcorn and be ready. Yeah, that's it. Love it. Oh, yeah. Let's make it so, Captain. Let's get our Attorney General and our FBI Director on it immediately. Get John Ratcliffe on it immediately. Mike Grinnell on it immediately. Get these folks hemmed up on the charges that we know they committed. Now, this here, folks, is a great little video clip. It is from United Spot. I want to go ahead and put it out there. This is their stuff, not mine. I don't have the talent to make such great video clips, but I thought this was too good not to share. Here we go. Kash Patel.
Yo, DNC, let's cash it. Cash, baby. FBI, cash, baby. All right, stop. I've been confirmed, so listen. Cash is here and Adam Schiff's my mission. Democrats are freaking out quite nicely, scared of the truth I bring it daily and nightly. Will they get away? Hell no. Lock them all up. I'll make it so. Pelosi, Schumer, Waters, Eric Swalwell, and the rest of you, you better get ready for the charges I'm bringing you. Schiff, you'll be in jail real soon. I'm gonna lock you up in a hotel bathroom. Diddy, I didn't forget about you. Soros, Epstein, and JFK too. Fauci, Gates, and the Clintons better pray. You're gonna need some bail money, cash is on the way. If there is a problem, I promise I'll solve it. Check out the swamp while I start to dissolve it. Yeah. FBI, cash, baby. Yeah. Hey, yo, bartender AOC. Ilhan married her brother.
Had to share it, folks. I may get a copyright issue behind it, but I don't care today. We're going to do it anyway. Got a couple more for you, folks, and we will get done, get out of here, let you get back to your weekend. Hopefully, everybody has enjoyed the show today. Tried to lighten it up a little bit. We have been winning every day. As a matter of fact, Trump is winning with a lot of these court cases as well. Him and the Doge team seem to be able to have the ability to fire at will and continue to dig and investigate at all these agencies with all the cases that have been already overturned from these by judges. So this here is my favorite meme of the day, and if you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, I don't know why not. This here meme alone deserves a thumbs up. Don't you agree, folks? Trump dropping the Kash Patel on the deep state. I love it. I love it. That's my favorite meme of the day, folks, as far as photo memes. But United Spots, they did a great one as well. Here we go, folks. Dropping bombs. I love it. I love it. Like, subscribe, and share to go to Patriots. Over and out.